Hello, this is a brief walkthrough of ClientWindow's new WhatsApp broadcast capability, also known as WhatsApp bulk messaging, and this allows accountancy firms to send one-to-many WhatsApp campaigns to specific audiences over WhatsApp based on things like requests for information, updates you want to share, any reminders that you need to send out to clients, and you do this as a one-to-many process rather than sending those messages individually to clients on WhatsApp, which is much faster, obviously, saves lots of time and effort, but also communicates with the client on the channel they increasingly engage on, which means you'll get faster and better responses. So in ClientWindow we now have this broadcast feature that you can switch on, and we have three tabs at the top of the broadcast page. The first is audiences. And audiences are the people or groups that you wish to add to individual campaigns that you send out. And each audience is made up of what we call tags. And these tags are managed in this area here, manage tags. And for example, in this scenario, we've added 5 tags: charities, individuals, limited companies, partnerships and LLPs, and sole traders. And we've applied these to individual WhatsApp contacts so that when we run those campaigns, it triggers those messages to those individual contacts. And if I look at the contacts under here, and I look at Carl Tinney, for example, we've added 2 tags to him. One is individuals and one is sole traders. So maybe we provide personal tax for him, and we also provide accountancy services to the sole trader account. So going back to broadcasts, I'm looking at my audiences, and maybe I need to send out a new campaign for MTD, and I can see anyone that's had these tags applied to them will receive a WhatsApp message on any campaign that includes the MTD audience. So let's now go and create a campaign. Before I can do that, I can see a list of all the campaigns that I previously sent, and if I need to, I can filter these based on different criteria. For example, any that are in draft, any that are scheduled, any that are currently sending, those that we've sent. Maybe we've cancelled a campaign, and maybe some have failed. Hopefully not any of those, but we can see them anyway. So let's go now create a new broadcast. And as part of this process, I can choose from a template that I wish to use to send out that broadcast. And we have 4 default ones at the moment, but you can submit a new template request if there's a new scenario that you want to capture that sends a one-to-many message to a particular audience of yours. So we have a welcome message template which allows you to send a welcome to multiple WhatsApp contacts as you onboard them, potentially providing them with information as to how they can contact you over WhatsApp. We also have a filing confirmation template which, for example, might send a message to multiple clients to let them know that their VAT returns have been submitted. We also have a filing reminder template that allows you to send out a campaign to an audience to let them know that a particular file type, for example VAT return documentation, needs to be collected. We can also define when that filing is and by which date we need to receive that information. And finally, we have a payment reminder template that if, for example, some clients are behind on their payments, you can send out a message to them at scale too. So let's go and create a new broadcast. Select the campaign that I want, so filing reminder, new broadcast. Give it a name. I'm going to call it MTD Quarter 2 2026, and then I can fill out the different fields within the message that we're sending. The first of these fields is the name of the person who's receiving the message, and that's a dynamic field that we can fill in ClientWindow. It's the contact name. Field 2 is the name of the accountancy practice, so I can pre-fill that with the tenant name in ClientWindow. I could override that with another name if I wished. And then field 3 is the type of document that we're collecting, so maybe it's VAT return, I don't know. Field 4 is the date by which the VAT return needs to be submitted, so let's go for 30th of June 26. And field 5 is when we want that information in by to give us time to process it in advance of the filing date. I can now choose one or multiple audiences to add to this campaign. I'm going to add the MTD audience to this, but I could add more, as I say. I can now choose whether to send it immediately, or maybe I want to schedule it for later, maybe next week. And if I wish, by default, the system will automatically retain the tags that we've assigned to those individual WhatsApp contacts, so that if we run a similar campaign in future, it will also automatically trigger for those individuals. So I've now clicked next, and now I can see a summary of the broadcast that I'm sending. Just check the information is all correct, and now I've sent it. And I can see it's currently sending to those WhatsApp contacts, and now the message has been sent. And if I checked WhatsApp pretending to be a client here, I can see that as a client I've now received that notification that I sent out to the client. And if I wish, I can unsubscribe to these notifications just to make sure that the accountancy firm is compliant with privacy regulations. We've included the unsubscribe option. And if I want to check reporting on that campaign that I sent, I can go to the particular campaign that I sent. I can see it's been sent. It's been sent to 2 people, but of course you'd probably send it to more than that. And if I go to view and view recipients, I can see that the 2 people that it's sent to is both being delivered and read by them. So that's ClientWindow broadcast capability in a nutshell. If there's anything else I can help with, please let me know.